Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I wanted to talk about a really frustrating issue that I don't think is going to change, and I don't think is required to change, unfortunately, which is why it's not, but it really exasperates me with this year's My Team, and especially recently. Like, there's just things that I think are really frustrating that sometimes go a bit more unnoticed about My Team, and this is one of those things that I would love to see improved upon for 2K26. I'm going to be completely honest, I don't really expect it to be. I would expect this to be pretty much the exact same next year, but I hope that somebody listening to this is going to I don't think anything's going to change at this point for My Team anyway. In 2K26, it's all planned out far enough in advance at this point where I don't think anything we say is going to change anything, but I just want to express my thoughts nonetheless. So that topic is pack weight, and specifically the pack weight of things like super packs and locker codes and rewards and stuff like that. I just think it's not been very good at all this year, and there's so many different examples of it that I can point to that are like, this is absolutely terrible. For example, 2K drops today these best of My Team super packs. It's a 50 box and it's got a goat topper. First time they've done goat toppers all year. It's certainly an improvement to have a goat topper, right? But the problem is, even with that improvement, it's still realistically the same goat cards being pulled far more than others. For example, if we go look at goat Yao Ming, how many other are there on the auction house? There were none earlier. There are now 2, which is honestly 1 or 2 more than I expected. There are also 2 Wimbies. How many KDs do we think there are? There are actually a few KDs, 4. There was not a single KD on the auction house earlier when I looked. So it seems like there's at least a couple of these guys being pulled down. LeBron, wow, hold on. It's a little bit more now, 6. This is definitely better than it was earlier. And then Giannis, there's 3. So it's a little better than it was earlier. That being said, who on this list is the worst GOAT card? And the answer is pretty obviously Steph Curry. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, I believe, if I didn't miscount. Steph Curry's on the auction house. 4 times as many, at least, as any of those players. More than 10 times as many as there are Giannis's, Wimbies, and Yaos. And it's just like, that's the most common one getting pulled. Who else getting pulled a ton? Oscar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's 21 or 22 again. I might have lost count again, but you see my point. There's 10 times as many Steph Currys and Oscar Robertsons coming out of these packs than there are Yao Mings. And like, that is a problem. Like a legitimately serious problem, in my opinion, because people are buying these packs hoping to pull Yao or Wimby. And the honest truth is, the odds of you pulling those 2 guys, or even the LeBrons and KDs and Giannis and guys like that that are also really, really desirable, are just low. You're going to get a lot of other guys as well. I mean, you're going to see some of the other guys, Larry Birds, Tracy McGrady's, and Tim Duncans, and some other guys like that, right? But it's a lot of Steph, it's a lot of Oscar, and it's not a lot of the very top, most desirable GOAT cards. After all these GOAT cards I've scrolled through, I have not seen a single Yao or Wimby yet. You just see they're not getting pulled much at all. They're just super rare, and that's a problem. But the problem is, it doesn't just extend to that. You look at rewards, and if you go watch the reward openings that I've done throughout this year, they have been really, really consistently bad. But go look at this dude, Hexo2K. He gets 200 wins in Showdown. And look what he gets out of them. I mean, it's just awful. He goes to open up his 200 wins in Showdown. He gets a pick 2 100 plus overall premium pack and a invincible option pack. This is for 200 wins in Showdown. Again, let's keep in mind, 200 wins in Showdown would take you, let's say you're a really good player and you win 2 out of every, I mean, I don't know, 8 or 9 out of every 10 games if you're really good at the game, and you get some quits. Maybe it takes you 75 hours if you're lucky. If you're not that good at the game, 200 Showdown wins could easily take you 100 hours, maybe even more. Especially if you're like losing close to 50% of your games. You know what I mean? If you're like losing a lot more games than you win, or it's gonna take forever. So it's a long grind. Even if you're really good at the game, you're looking at probably a 75-hour grind minimum to get this. And look what he gets in season 8, by the way, July 23rd. He posted this on July 21st. He gets Danny Manning, Joel Embiid, Lonzo Ball, Jason Tatum, Penny Hardaway, Giannis, Mitch Richmond, Patrick Ewing, Cade Cunningham, and John Stockton. Basically a mix of pretty bad 100 overalls. Giannis is okay, but he's only 6'11 at power forward. Danny Manning's fine as well, but there are better small forwards that are 10 KMT. And the rest of these 100 overalls are mid at best. And like, That's what he gets. And then he gets the Invincible Plus pack. You would think like, oh, this is the reward. This is going to be killer. Look how killer this reward is. Let's see what it's looking like. We got Mikal, who's free. Anthony Edwards, Derrick Rose, Devin Booker. Free crap. And one good one in Klay Thompson. And the thing is, if you watch the videos that I have done, that is consistently what these types of packs look like all year. All the 100 plus premium packs I've opened are Patrick Ewing and Anthony Edwards. And I pulled De'Aaron Fox out of the locker code last week. All these Invincible packs that I'm opening, at best, I think the best pull out of any of these Invincible packs was I pulled LaMelo a couple times. Like I'm not seeing LeBrons and Wemby's or anybody like that being pulled out of any sort of reward pack, not to mention that the top reward for a ridiculous grind, 75 hours, is insane, isn't even a top tier card. It's a second to top tier card, Invincible. If you get a great Invincible, sure, that's awesome, but it's unsellable, and the rewards you're getting along the way aren't very good, and it's weighted so dramatically to likely give you a bad card. And it's so in polar opposites to these other game modes like MLB The Show, where almost every reward you get is sellable, and a lot of player rewards that aren't sellable are really good cards. You get top tier free cards relatively often. And not to mention you can make way more stubs and just way more currency in that game in general than you can in my team. In college football, I've pulled like 5 limited cards for free in the past 2 weeks since that game came out. Like I've been playing a lot of college football, as some of y'all might know, and my team's really good, but I haven't spent very much money at all to have like, not the best team in the game, but a really good team. I have a theme team. I have almost 1 million coins, and I have a lot of top tier cards, including several limiteds. And I spent $100. Like, sure, $100 is not isn't like nothing, but it's not a ridiculous amount at all. And in 2K, you could spend $100 and get, I mean, let's be honest. This is one of the better boxes we've gotten this year. It is. This is one of the better ones. And you spend $100, you could easily come away with 250,000 MT for the entire box. And that's one of the better boxes we've gotten in terms of making MT. Yes, there have been positives this year at times. I guess, wow, Steph's more expensive than I thought still. Okay, so you're going to make more MT than that. I lied. You might make 500k MT at worst. So you're going to make a decent amount of MT from the box. It's one of those rare boxes that even with the skewed pack odds, you're still going to make good MT. But the fact that that's the best case scenario that we've seen all year is pretty ridiculous to me. And then the other thing about this game compared to other games is cards are so expensive. You make 500,000 MT from your box. Let's say you have a really good box and pull like one of the better GOAT cards, because again, the odds of pulling one of the top ones is pretty low. But let's say you pull a Wilt Chamberlain. He might be 2 million MT. That gets you one card. You know what I mean? If you want to sell that to get a card, it's great, it's cool. But realistically, even if you get lucky, you're probably not getting what you really want. You're certainly not getting one of the most desirable, very best cards. And of course, you have the GOAT Festival as well, which is gatekeeping some of the most desirable cards in the game, like Bol Bol, Simbalar, Jonathan Bender, Ricky Davis, Tim Thomas, LaMelo Ball, Luol Deng, Sean Bradley, Adam Morrison, Andre Kirilenko, Michael Beasley, etc. A lot of these best cards in the game are gatekept behind that as well. Just in general, there's so much inaccessibility to the majority of the community in my team, and it really just frustrates me more than anything. It really does. And look, I don't expect pack weights to change, but man, I would love just everything to be equal chance. You know what I mean? If I get a Dark Matter pack next year in January when they drop Dark Matters and there's some Dark Matter reward and you grind for it, it should have an equal chance to be the best Dark Matter in the game and the worst Dark Matter in the game. There should be no pack weight. You should just get what you get. You know what I mean? And an option pack is the exact same way. We're not going to get sellable rewards. I'm not even going to ask for that. I'd love to, but I don't think it's going to happen. But I don't know, man. I'm just exasperated, and I'm expressing my exasperation. So I do appreciate y'all for watching the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.